In this video, I'm gonna show you the absolute best settings for FragPunk. Press escape to go to options, and then from here, go to settings. Now we have the general settings, and if you want to change the language, you can select from all these options. I'm just gonna go with English, and in here you can select the spoken language from between English and Chinese. And for the features, these are actually more of personal preference, but I'm just gonna go through my settings. So I have set the automatic climbing to on, automatic sprint to off. I turned the camera shake during sprint off. Switching weapon on pickup, I kept it on. Target guide, I kept it on. For the paint road guide, I also kept it on. And for the rest, I also kept them on. For the minimap, you can choose between keeping the player centered. So the map will circle around the player, and when the player moves, the map will also move with the player as well. And if you keep it off, you can see the whole view of the map. The map will just rotate when you are rotating, and you will get the whole bird's eye view of the map with this turned off. And here you can set the minimap size, and I have set it to 1.05 because I think that's the most comfortable zone for me. For the minimap zoom, set it to 1. Display location name on minimap, keep it on. Minimap location name zoom, keep it as it is. For the minimap orientation, set it to rotate. For the display settings, keep the damage numbers on, performance matrix on, realistic optics on, zoom in depth of field, keep it on. If you need hints for the buttons, you can just keep them on. And you can also hide the bottom right loadouts, but I just rather keep them shown. Set the ping visibility to 1, and if you want it to be more transparent, just set it to whatever number you want. Keep these as they are. And if you have issues with color blindness, you can select from these options. But I don't have any idea about these, so I'm not gonna give any advice. It's up to you. For the enemy color, I prefer red, but you can choose between purple and yellow. Display headwear, set it to on, and keep the rest of the settings as they are. And if you want to customize side crosshair and normal crosshair, you can customize them from here, but I just rather keep them as they are. That's it for the general settings. We're just gonna keep the keyboard and controller settings as they are and move on to sensitivity. For the mouse settings, keep the look sensitivity to 10, and if you want to invert camera axis, you can do it from here, and I just rather keep them the same. And if you have a controller, you can set everything to your preference. And that's it for the sensitivity settings. Now for the video settings, we have display. So if you have 2 monitors or 3, you can choose between them here. For the display mode, set it to full screen. For the aspect ratio, you can select from different options, but I'd suggest you keep it as it is because it will give you the best viewing experience. And for the display resolution, set it to max. And for the field of view, you can set it to whatever number you like. For me, I'll keep it to 90. And you can also choose between these filters, but I just go with the default one. Now for the post-processing intensity, set it to normal. Menu frame rate limit, set it to 60. Gameplay frame rate limit, set it to 120. Out of focus frame rate limit, set it to 30. And for the brightness, set it to max. Sharpness, set it to 1.5. Turn the VSync off, turn the anti-tearing off, and for the graphics API, set it to DirectX 11. Because if you want to use DirectX 12, your hardware will need to work more, and you might see some drop in the performance. So it's better to go with DirectX 11 if you don't have the specs to back it up. Keep the ray tracing off, SSDI off, and keep the rest of the things as they are. And now let's move on to the graphics quality. And in here, we're gonna customize everything. Keep the TSR to high, render resolution, set it to 60, set the mesh quality to medium, shadow quality to medium, post-processing high, texture quality medium, effect quality high, screen space reflection high, environment motion blur. It's a thing of personal preference, but I just keep it off because it gives me clear vision. And for the weapon motion blur, I'm gonna keep it on because the weapon animations look way cooler that way. And that's it for the video. Let's go to the audio. And for the in-game audio, it's up to your personal preference, but I just suggest you keep the master volume to 80 and music volume to 50. I just kept it low as I'm recording, but when I play the game, I just set it to 50. Keep the sound effect volume to 80 as well, and bounce sounds to 80 as well, and keep the rest of the things as they are. And for the voice chat, it's totally up to your personal preference, and I just keep it the same as it is. Now for the privacy settings, you can adjust everything to your personal preference, the way you like it. And to apply the settings, just press A, and that's it. Now we can go back by pressing escape. I hope you found this video helpful, and if so, please like and subscribe. And also keep in mind that this is the playtest version of the game, so it's not that stable, and when the stable version drops, I'm gonna drop another best settings guide. Until then, you can use these settings, and so far as I've seen the gameplay streams and reviews, I haven't seen anyone complain about the smoothness of the game. Me personally, I haven't seen any issues either, so I bet you will have a good experience playing this game. And with that said, take care and thank you for watching.